It is a great day to be alive, and I am so thankful for God, Jesus Christ, who lives in us. Today's video is titled August 12th, What Actually Happened. Before we get started, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing that I'm sharing is financial advice. I'm simply sharing dreams, visions, and interpretations that I feel God has given me as it relates to crypto. Now, let's get into the video. This August 12th date is pertaining to two different dreams. Again, looking for major news about both. We will start with the Baltimore, Ohio dream as it relates to Putin, and then we'll move over to the XRP dream. Again, we're looking at the August 12th date, what actually happened. So Baltimore, Ohio, this August 12th date was derived based on that dream, specifically looking at Putin and the research that went in behind this dream. Putin, again, was the focus of this dream. Russia, Ohio, as it relates to research, connected Putin to this Baltimore, Ohio dream. Russia, Ohio is symbolic. It symbolically places Putin on the U.S. soil. This August 12th date was derived based on these two flags, the comparison, the similarities. And based on the colors, I derived the date of August 12th. Looking again, this dream is about Putin. Russia, Ohio represents the United States. Russia, Moscow, of course, represents Russia. We're looking at Putin, United States, and Russia. This video I shared on August the 4th. On August 8th, Trump put out a message on Truth Social talking about the highly anticipated meeting between him and Vladimir Putin. Now this moves us away from Putin being symbolically on U.S. soil to him actually being on U.S. soil, because they will meet today, Friday, August the 15th, in Alaska. Moving forward with that information, what happened on August the 12th? Well, after hearing the news about what was going to take place on August the 15th between Putin and Trump, news came out on the 12th that said Trump advanced to meet virtually with Zelensky ahead of Putin's summit. That was the big news on August 12th as it related to this particular war, as it relates to Putin and the Baltimore, Ohio dream. I think that everyone felt like it was going to be a replay of what had happened before, meeting with Putin, setting up things without Zelensky being involved. And I guess this virtual meeting was important because it softened the look of Zelensky being absent from this Putin summit. So that would conclude the news based on August 12th that took place as it relates to Putin and the Baltimore, Ohio dream. Now moving forward to August 12th as it relates to the XRP IBM dream. I shared in this video the third reason why I believe that this particular dream about this graph and this old computer, why I thought this dream was about XRP. You have to check out this video for more information and details about that. But in the last video, I focused on the third test, the third thing that I did that allowed me to conclude that this dream was about XRP. And what I did was I took, based on the research of the old computer, the date August 12th is what I came up with as far as the research when IBM came out with its first PC. And when I saw the date August 12th, it reminded me of August 12th, 2024. On that date, I had a dream that I'm calling the combo dream, where I basically saw two old dreams combined into one. And this dream gave me two messages. I heard we are about to go through something seen but unseen. The U.S. is about to go through a storm like none other. Those were the two messages. I believe the U.S. part, as far as going through a storm, has to do with war. And the portion as relates to war, seen and unseen, I believe it has to do with what I feel God has shown me is coming, World War III. The fact that we've seen World War I, World War II, those are things that have been seen. Therefore, World War III would be the unseen portion. And so these two dreams together, part one had to do with the indicators that I pulled from this particular dream having to do with Sunday going into a Monday, something to do with a market crash. That market crash for me would explain me seeing this graph in this particular dream taking off from 70 cents. A crash would possibly be the answer for this. And as we look at the date of August 12th, we see that that was not a Sunday going into a Monday. So I knew for a fact that August 12th would not have been a market crash date. Combo dream part 2 had to do with the pom-poms that I saw in that particular dream and how those pom-poms represent both wars based on the colors. As I begin to connect this August 12th, 2024 date with the August 12th XRP IBM date, one of the messages from this combo dream stood out the most, and that was seen but unseen. So I took those pom-pom colors and I derived the date of August the 7th, 2025. And that reminded me of something that I had already seen. I had already seen August 7th, 2024, something to do with XRP. So that was a confirming fact that this dream was about XRP. But I had seen on August 7th, 2024, the win for XRP over the SEC, which brings us to the unseen, the date of August 7th, 2025. Well, on August 7th, 2025, XRP wins again over the SEC. The case is officially over. So again, based on the XRP IBM dream, August 12th date was pulled based on the research about IBM. That research reminded me of August 12th, 2024, the combo dream. That combo dream then led me to derive a date of August the 7th, which again reminded me of something that I had seen before. I had seen XRP and Ripple win the case over the SEC. And looking forward to 2025, August 7th, another win for Ripple. I did not see any significant news that came out about XRP. However, I believe that deriving this XRP win date based on the August 12th date from the research about the IBM computer, I believe that that was the significance behind the August 12th date. God had given me what I needed back then when I had this dream on February the 9th. He had showed me enough in this dream to go back to do research to find the August the 12th date. And then from there, derive a date of August 7th, 2025. And again, if you go back to that video, you'll see where I had took all these notes and did all this research, putting together all of this on July 23rd. So long before news came out about the case being over. However, I did find something else that was interesting as it relates to the topic of seen and unseen. Apparently there was a tweet that was put out by Brad Garlinghouse in 2017, August the 12th, 2017. And there was an article that came out on August 12th, 2025 that talked about that particular post. It had to do with XRP and its escrow as it related to supply of predictability and trust. And the article from August 12th this year reads, Ripple CEO on XRP escrow, historic tweet marks 8 years. Again, seen but unseen. And here's an article if you want to go back and check out all of that and read it in its entirety. But the question then becomes, based on this article that I saw that I thought was a fun fact, now that the case is over, what is the unseen of his decision to do so? Now here is a list of all the dates that are coming up. August 27th as it relates to XRP news. That date was derived from the XRP IBM dream because of my sister's birthday. So we're going to wait and see, pray about this date to see what God has for us to see there. Moving down to September the 15th. This was pulled from the Eiffel Tower 667 dream. If you want to know more about that, here's the video, the latest one that I did as it relates to this September 15th date and how it was derived. And then moving down to the November 28th date, that comes from the Eagles versus Bear dream that I shared in this video. And what I want to also add is XLM and all of the dates for XLM. I have so many dates. I just want to make sure we all kind of know what's what and what's coming next. So I went ahead and I crossed off the dates of July 17th and July 19th as it relates to XLM. These dates have already passed, of course. And during this time, XLM was up. Again, both of these XLM dreams that I had to do with school, one to do with college, one to do with elementary school. I specifically have these dates for when school starts and when college starts. Here where I am, August the 25th, August the 18th, and then Jonathan McReynolds' birthday, September the 17th. So originally this time frame was July 19th through September 17th, but this is the breakdown on specific things that I saw in the dream, and basically trying to see when we should expect to see the price of XLM begin to move to very recognizable highs. Again, in one of my dreams, I understood that XLM would hit the price of 2,000 plus. So I'm not saying that it's going to happen within this time frame, but I believe that it is possible that we will see a significant move in the price of XLM, very recognizable move during these times. So still praying about these dates. If God gives me anything else, I will come back and share those in another video. Well, that is all that I have for this video. Until the next one, God bless.